Well. If I also translate it to English, to be 1, 2, 3, Hala Madrid. Uno, dos, tres, Hala Madrid. And that's Kylian Mbappé, the latest marquee signing when it comes to the world of football. Good morning, welcome to the beautiful game. My name is Mike Messikeno. Sam Antoyos here, of course, here with me in the house this morning. How are you doing, guys?
Well, I feel great, and you would tell me that the doubting Thomas has been,
Before you talk, this color combination fine on here. When I find better phone, snap us picture. Hey, go ahead.
So you would call me doubting Thomas.
Yes.
That did not believe that Jesus was resurrected.
Yeah.
So now I was saying this boy is never going to go to Madrid.
You don't tell us yesterday that until they unveil him.
Is it true until they unveil him? Because he going up, going down,
We know it was going. But I like it's an open secret.
Would you know how many Madridistas
right
there are? In number of
2-3 years.
Madridistas who will tell you that until he stood on that pitch,
before they will
they
believe.
did not believe because of what he did.
No, it's when he is coming. Whether he was going to go Madrid
It was never a...
It was never
Hey,
a doubt.
but
It was
I'm just saying that what he did, nobody has done it before. He basically,
backtracked on his words.
yes, he basically threw Madrid like on a normal day. Baba, Kylian Mbappé,
Mike, we all know what happened. So it's not basically Madrid.
Yes.
There were some other forces that were bigger than
President
Madrid at the time.
of,
If the president of France, which is his country, is
and-
involved, and even
Want to play for national team.
the Emirates also involved through the Nasser El Khelaifi, all they needed was just for this 2026, Paris Olympic, which he said he has done. He has delivered. He has delivered the
Olympics hasn't
headliner.
started.
But yeah, the plan was
He's
for
not
him
even
to
playing
actually
safe.
have at least one more season this. But then he said he has delivered it. He has
Yeah.
waited to the beginning of the Olympics and now he's moved to Madrid. But then,
Madrid.
that's him. A young man at 25 has scored over
See,
300
so-
career goals already.
There's this trending debate online. Is it Madrid that needs Mbappé or who needs each other? more?
Mbappe needs him Madrid.
I think both sides. Yeah, so why I say both sides because it's for majority of footballers. In fact, probably all footballers, maybe 95% of footballers, Madrid is a dream for them. And for Kylian, that's it. But aside the fact that it's a dream club, I want to go to this club, it's also what it brings to the team. With Real Madrid, with Kylian Mbappé, Real Madrid is better. Kylian Mbappé addition to any team makes it better.
Okay.
So whether they won the Champions League last year, they won the La Liga, Kylian gives them an extra edge. And that's what no one can take from it.
Well, they've been winning. If they add another firepower to their gun, they will continue to win. But regardless, somebody said that with this lineup, you still go and defend against a Pep Guardiola team.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Well, but
So
then I think circumstances necessitated.
Yes, depends on the
first
game.
time I've
Yeah, that's it.
ever
In Madrid.
seen Madrid do that. Ever.
So I'm saying,
When I mean ever, I mean ever.
You will go
Mike.
to the Etihad and you see.
And that's why I
Mike,
give Carlo Ancelotti
Even Pep
his-
Guardiola, at a point, maybe it was a game against Arsenal, that you saw that man was trying to
back.
lock up.
He locked up.
Well,
Oh, no, I've seen
there
Pep
are
do it
times that
sometimes.
happen.
No, I've seen
The one they played at the
The old
Etihad.
Pep.
The one they played at the
I've seen
Etihad,
Pep
yeah?
do it. I've
So,
seen Pep
necessity.
defend, but not the whole match, of
It's
course.
his mother of
But in
invention.
phases.
That's what they said.
I've seen him do it.
So for
But this
me,
was the
I-
first time I'd ever seen Madrid came there with they lock up. Because
Did they
there was no
open-
way
They no open shop that
to
day.
beat Man City. There was no other way.
But that's the thing. That's why you have to. That's
They will penetrate.
for every coach or a team, there are times that you just have to be pragmatic. It's not every time that you are all expansive football, trying to showboat. When you play against sides that give you the opportunity to do that, but when you play against a side, especially in a match that you need, and you feel this particular team is more superior in the attacking process, it is just common sense for the managers to say, what's the best way to go about it? And that's why a lot of people will always victimize, what's the name? No, Jose Mourinho.
Okay.
Jose Mourinho.
Simeone.
And there are times that Jose Mourinho has played good football as well, the most expansive football. But then a lot of people say he locks shops, he parks the bus. He knows sometimes that's what you need to do. And it's just the basic. And with Kylian, that doesn't mean it won't happen.
No,
France,
even
Spain, we
with
saw that happen
Kylian,
with Kylian on the pitch.
If you pack the bus and then you have very good midfielders that can launch, that can do long balls. For me, I think Kylian will feast. We've seen this guy wasteful, Rodrigo and Vinicius.
Yeah.
Kylian Mbappé would see one-on-one
Smart,
before you
yes,
would see.
yes.
His finishing is better than anybody up front. So when you long the ball for him, he has that pace. Can play on the shoulder of a defender. Let him and Kai Walker or any
a lot of things will change. Last season is like Madrid caught people unawares.
Yeah.
Madrid sold their striker. And so everybody, when this started, everyone was like, no, Madrid, that this is rebuilding. Then they were expecting Madrid to buy. They didn't. They bought Joselu. They brought in Joselu. And then we're like, this Madrid, they don't go. So it's like, I'm telling you, like, maybe for half of the season, people are not really sure. They don't rate Madrid. It'd be like, now when season don't go, like by the time people start rating Madrid,
it was when they defeated Barcelona with that.
I think it was the Super Cup. Barcelona won in the Super Cup, but then they played a game before.
Barcelona.
Was it the first Clasico? Yes.
So it's like by that time, Madrid had already built momentum because nobody expected. People say, okay, Bellingham comes in. There's no 9. How Madrid want to play with that 9? The guy entered Diamond.
So that is the thing. We have had this conversation of most times. How does Kylian fit into this team? He's playing the same role as Vinicius. If you want to see the best of him, that's where he has to play from.
So what do you think will happen?
So the same thing that, like you just cited right now, this is why Carlo Ancelotti is one of the best managers. How he did it last season.
Play with you. The way you said, like you use one leg, hold them, use the other leg, they play ball. That's what was doing to Kante.
You know, it made me remember what Sergio Busquets.
There's one particular run that Kante was just coming. Baba, he carried Kante, put for throwing. Like Kante,
and the thing is,
Rudri.
it is not physicality.
What is
Yes. Physicality. There's this sense of like, okay, you want to come collect the ball here. I told you like this, you're gone already. I missed you. I like when DMs know how to dribble. Look at what Sergio Busquets does with his. Sometimes you see some few team moves. Like, bro, how are you doing this as a midfielder?
I think I just have to drop it in there. So we've seen Sergio Busquets define that role. There was a Makelele before him.
The energy.
They were making Makelele role. And then when Sergio comes, he had defined that role. Every footballers now, we can always try to model. Every DM has to model after.
But
this is how football can be sometimes. Rodri is a front runner for Ballon d'Or now. And Sergio never made top 5. He never made top 5. For all his excellence.
Never did.
His
era was stacked. His era was stacked.
So that's the Cristiano Messi era.
Iniesta, what about Iniesta and Xavi?
That's the thing.
But we are all saying, what we are saying is this. It's the eyes of football. Everybody, like, if I ask you now, people can tell you how many goals Harry Kane used to win the highest goal scorer.
But
13 years ago. They will tell you. But now tell them how many interceptions you wrote make last season. Nobody Sabi. I know Sabi. No, but he's there. The stat is there.
Until you go and check stuff so fast score.
So Mike, we've had this discussion. And I've said it time and time again that because football result is defined by goals.
It's not,
and that's why strikers.
That's why there's a bias towards the attacking player.
If you like, you
I disagree.
Goalless.
You get one.
Nothing is going to happen. There's a ball inside the net, and that's why they're going to.
Nobody go win if you don't score.
It is a coin. It is two sides of a coin.
Nobody will score.
If you score 5, they score you 6.
That's the thing. So the team that scored the 6th goal is the best team.
That's what we're saying now. But the one now, but it's the same thing. Mourinho team play 6-5. Let Mourinho talk. 6-5. Let Mourinho talk. If in team play like 6-5, say he go flash all of them.
Mike,
he prefers a one-year.
The team that
play like 6-5,
and there are some coaches that prefer 6-5
is the better team between the two sides, and that's why it's always going to favor the attacking players.
Defenders who do their job and still score.
Ronald Koeman.
Yeah,
you've had goalkeepers. Are you seeing the bias,
Mike?
Madrid carry Champions League. Sergio Ramos score equalizing goal. When? 94th minute.
Ramos time. I mean time.
94th minute. When Ramos score.
Before then, he was doing it.
Ramos,
he hadn't been doing it.
Even get time Ramos take free kick safe. He go do his own. Once he come front, don't do. The day you see Messi for back, they line up for this, they say, goats.
No, Messi line up for floor.
No. My point is, say, this ones they even do, and then they even go ahead and still score goals. John Terry.
Mike.
How many goals? Then, you know that time when Chelsea won't get this thing? Last minute, John Terry.
Mike. No matter.
So even Alisson come last minute, he scored.
Mike, we do know this. No matter
how.
You already
they will do more than them.
No, you already saying
football is defined by goals.
If
Sergio Ramos likes, he should score. He has scored more than 100. If he like, he should score 5 goals in a match. If he misses his primary role of defending, and it is scored against Real Madrid, a lot of people wish. No, because he has the primary role. He's a defender.
Football is not like tennis. You can't. It is a misnomer. It's not even. It's not even it's not a view. To say that football is defined by goals. Because why?
Yes.
It displays everything It is everything. It's not even possible. It's almost
You
like
cannot
it's
play
almost
a
like saying
goalless
that,
game.
No. Okay,
You can't.
No,
You can't.
I understand.
After all, how many goals France play
Mike,
when they go to
Mike,
semi-final?
Mike,
And you can even go as far
why
as
is there
that.
a penalty kicks? Because there
Because there has to be a winner.
But my point is that why is there goalkeeper penalty?
why did we stop doing a coin toss?
Why is there
Why do we
goalkeeper-
have to go into
why is there
penalties? Why do we have to go
goalkeeper
to the
Logically.
extra time, the golden
My
goal
point is
rule?
that
Years back.
logically, it is logically
Because the
it's-
goal has to
it's not
define the
impossible.
game.
It's impossible to say that a goal defended because why? You also have somebody to defend against, even
Yes.
penalties. So that my point is that it's not a logical
You
statement.
know what will happen?
It's not a logical statement because why? There are two sides of a coin.
What will
For a
happen
goal
is
to
this.
enter, there has to be somebody to try to stop it.
When you become FIFA
That both ways.
executive,
And that's why, and then people are making noise about the times kind of. I mean, it was how someone opens his mouth and say, "Who will be Van Dijk when Messi did?" What do you mean? What parameter
No, see,
are you using to
when it
judge?
become- when
That's-
it- when it
are
becomes
you
a
understand what I'm saying?
when it becomes a
Are
FIFA
you-
executive,
that's
you
my
say the
point.
law.
I
But the law right
understand
now,
How can you
I
stand
understand.
the law
It's
right
not-
now
and that is
favors-
why people are saying who is Rodri. Do you know how much vitriol
Important,
Rodri has gotten
yeah.
online because he's in contention for the Ballon d'Or? It's illogical. For me, it's a lack of. And how can you
No,
come and say this is what Rodri don't do?
people
Wait,
underplay
this is what
the
Rodri
importance
don't
of
do.
no.
Mike,
That's the next thing.
Now, person we know the watch Bosha. We go talk
Baba,
to
it's
okay.
online.
yeah, people will
Now,
always.
as in, people are saying that who is Rodri? What did Rodri do? Because of say this thing.
Are you going to be
it's not
arguing with
because of
people
this.
online?
And you don't have to.
See,
my
some
point
of
is
them are
it
kids
is
that
the
don't understand
administrators,
football.
And I'm telling you, and there's a way you're going to do it, and that is why Rodri will come now, and majority of people are talking this way because they are ignorant.
This thing you're saying that started
Mike, a
so many
goalkeeper
years
has won
ago.
Ballon
Because
d'Or.
When last?
No, I'm saying a
Only
goalkeeper has
one.
won Ballon d'Or.
Only one
Yes,
defender. Only one defender.
A defender has won Ballon d'Or. So
Only one
if
defender.
Rodri gets to
One.
win it, it won't be.
But
It won't be
have you seen the
an
backlash
abnormal.
online already? That
I
Rodri's name is
understand.
up?
Yes.
And that is what I'm saying. And because it's because of that.
Let me
narrative
even
that
throw
we
this
push.
name there, which is probably everyone. Lautaro Martinez has a
Has a
huge
huge
shout.
chance. Yeah.
Huge shout in this. And not
He's
so,
an
He won the
attacker.
league.
Yes.
Won the highest
And
goal
then-
scorer.
so-
and
It doesn't
what?
because
it's
he
not
did his
a-
job. Just like
He
the
did
same
his
way
job.
Rodri did his
He
job.
was one who
Come
literally
on.
carried Argentina.
Because he did his job, the same way Rodri did his job. He's an attacker, he scored goals. He won his team a trophy.
Most of these awards are voted.
Rodri defended
If there's an
and
NFF
distributed,
award now,
and the
they
team
put
won.
Wilfred Ndidi. He had a very good season. They put Lookman. They put Boniface. 3 of them final. Okay, let me eliminate Ekong. The 4 of them. Who would you vote?
Well, for the fact now that he's playing in the lower league, that's a problem.
Who?
Ndidi.
No, Ndidi is like
plays in lower league.
no,
Yes.
the
He plays in
championship.
Yes,
he would have won the
played-
championship.
No, he
Yeah,
played
but
in the
it's
lower
lower
league,
league.
that's the thing.
Okay,
lower league.
Ekong had a good season with Nigeria.
No, with Nigeria. He was
With
injured
Nigeria.
for no.
Ekong,
He
I'm
was
talk-
injured for majority.
No,
of
I'm
the
talking about
games.
Ekong. I'm talking about Ekong now.
Yes.
Ekong.
How many games did he play with AEK Athens? And then with Nigeria, yeah, he had a good one. With the especially the Nations Cup, but then with AEK Athens, he was not even a regular before he got
No, he
injured.
was irregular before he got injured. He was irregular.
My point
And
is
then
that,
he was out for
my
how
point
many
is that,
months?
it's
Since February up until the end of the season.
The voting now
So he
depends.
played.
Do you know if
it's
Boniface
always-
could have won the
it's
award
always-
too?
It's just always I will never forget that Van Dijk Messi debate.
Messi did well, regardless. Messi
Everybody
did
did
well,
not say Messi
regardless.
did not do well. I'm not saying that, but it was the.
They were like,
it was
waiting
the-
they do.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Mike,
No,
it's
it is
understandable.
understandable that
It
people
is very
rubbish.
wrong.
It is understandable that people
Very
rubbish
wrong. You don't do that.
every position apart from the attacker.
Mike,
And,
Mike,
and ultimately, look at some of the best teams in history. Look at Liverpool. What changed Liverpool? Defense and keeper. That changed Liverpool.
What happens to
Now
Sadio
you
Mane?
change
What
Liverpool.
happens to Salah? What happens to Firmino?
Salah, Mane, Firmino don't day before. What changed Liverpool? They've been playing together. None of them were new. What changed them? It was
Aye.
Van Dijk, Alisson. After the money of Coutinho, Coutinho was there.
Mike.
Liverpool has always had a plethora of attackers.
it's
And that's why the debate goes on. That look, it is not only one place. It takes a balance.
yes,
So,
and that's why we have
And
11
now,
players playing,
Baba,
and we have
we're talking
25.
about the era of Galactico with Madrid. The first Galactico era is regarded as a failure. That was the era that started with Florentino Perez winning the election by saying he would sign Luis Figo.
Yes. That was in 1990 something, I
He signed
remember.
Zidane. He signed Ronaldo. He signed Beckham.
All of them together.
None of them they don't carry Champions League.
Nibo.
They don't, nothing. Why? There was just so much. Why did Makelele go? Because Makelele asked for a pay rise. And you know what Perez said? He said, who the hell is Makelele to ask for a pay rise? And you see, now, he has left. My point is that at that time, Florentino Perez, one of the most powerful men in football, felt like everything had to do with attacking.
Attackers, eh?
Sold Makelele to Chelsea. That was where Madrid.
Fell. Yeah. There was nobody to hold that.
Baba, he had to come out himself and say it.
And that was when Barcelona rose.
And that's why now look at this. See, why is this Madrid going to be deadly? Baba, Tchouaméni and Camavinga, those two guys, you see all this Mbappe, they will be a very, very important fulcrum of what Madrid will do going
Mike, I understand what you're
That's
trying
So that's
to
the point. The balance of both sides. You
They have
can't-
the balance.
You
But then-
can't take
They
it
have the
out.
creativity. They have the
You
midfield.
can't
Whatever.
take it out. And so but I love what happens in Rodri. I'm saying that let's get to the point whereby we are more balanced.
How do you,
Let's rate this person.
what's the balance?
Let's
you
divide.
rate
look
Okay,
this
why
person.
don't you just
what's the
divide?
balance
Why
you're
don't you
looking
just
right now?
divide positions?
no.
See, I say
Divide
first
it
of all
now.
that, look, you can only have the best striker. The
You
best
can't have the best player overall. sir.
Yes. You can't. If you're going to do
Because
that,
you cannot
then
equate
rate
their
it by
positions.
indices. And I'm-
You cannot
I'm
equate
trying to
their
say-
So how do
But
you
saying the same
equate it? How do you equate it?
Fine.
No,
for the-
striker, see forward of the year, midfielder of the year, defender of the year. That's enough.
There's been trophies for that, especially in the
Then
leagues.
then don't do overall.
then
Then,
do. And I'm asking, how many interceptions, how many tackles? We don't know this.
there's no way. I think there's no
Because we
way.
don't take
There's
them.
no way you
Like,
can equate.
all of
They don't
this
have same rule.
wouldn't
It's not
matter
individual
if there are
sports.
no goals
Don't take
inside
them serious.
inside the net, and that's what I keep telling you. And that's why the
Your goals
attackers.
don't matter if you're conceding.
That's why
it's the same.
No,
We're
Mike.
going back and forth. It's
No,
logical.
no,
That's
no,
my
Mike.
point.
No,
Your
Mike.
goals won't matter if you concede.
The team with the
Okay,
highest
see,
number
look
of
at- you remember-
goals
you remember
in a
2013?
particular game
Look at
wins the
Tottenham.
game.
Which day? Which season? When they scored how many? They were scoring at the same way they were just
You see,
chipping.
remember 2013 when Yaya Toure, Mikel, and Vincent Yama, three of them made the final three. Yama had a very good season with Lille. I think he won a clean sheet, a Golden Glove that season. Then he also won AFCON. AFCON team of the tournament. This man, Yaya Toure only had a good season with Man City. He didn't have a good tournament with Ivory Coast. So now tell me why Yaya Toure won it. Mikel, who still had a good season with Chelsea, they won the Champions League. Then they still won AFCON. He was one of the best players in AFCON. Midfielder and the goalkeeper did not win. Yaya Toure, because of scoring penalties, won the award. You see, sometimes you look at the bias towards goals.
It will always be like that.
It shouldn't be.
Mikel didn't have so
It
much
will
goals.
always be
Kenya
like
Madrid
that,
have
that's
so
what I'm
much
saying
goals.
there.
But they had importance in their squads.
We are not saying these
shouldn't be.
guys
It
don't
shouldn't
are
be.
not important.
It
From the
shouldn't be.
right back to the left
That's
back
what I'm
to the
saying.
goalkeeper,
You are-
everybody
by-
is
see,
important.
by
But I'm
nominations,
saying
by
whatever it
nominations, you are
is,
saying.
there's no way you look at football. Why 22 players are fighting on the pitch? It's because somebody has to put ball in the net.
You know what saddens me?
It's about the goals.
You will have a wonderful game.
That's
as a
why
player.
22 players
You have a
are doing
wonderful game as a
face-off.
player, and then the game is at 0-0.
And
Somebody
that's one-
comes
and you
in,
see-
scores, and they give best man of the
That's
match.
one way. That's one way to look
Person
at
will
it.
play 5
The
minutes.
22 players on the ball are also trying to ensure that the other person doesn't score.
Yeah.
So are you getting? It's illogical
Mike.
to say so. It's two sides of a
No,
coin.
they are
heads and tails.
A match,
goals are
a
There's
match,
no-
a
my
match
point is
can
that
never
we are
end
here-
goalless.
We are
goalless.
here.
Of course.
It has to be decided by goals.
What are we saying? Matches end goalless now.
That's-
what
no,
are we
see,
saying now?
there are-
And
there are-
That's why there's penalty kicks.
There are- no.
That's why there are penalty kicks, because
There
it has to be
are-
decided by
there
goals.
are scenarios where-
penalty kicks in league game.
See, there are
What are
scenarios
we saying
where
now?
we've seen
Are they penalty
how
kicks in
much
league
goals
games?
are
So,
important.
there are no penalty
You
kicks
come
now.
in, within 5 minutes, you
There are no
score,
penalty
man of the
kicks.
match.
Look,
If you have a stinker, you score, your ratings go high.
I'll
If
use
you
whatever
like-
platform I can as much as it's to try to ensure that let you know it is not tennis where you have one person against one person and
That's
it's all
the
point
thing.
and back. They are straight indices.
It's not athletics.
It's not athletics where it's first person. No,
Or
it is a
basketball.
team
If you like
sport.
play football,
It is a team sport.
from now till tomorrow,
And then
if
everyone
nobody
wants
scores,
basketball. And it's with basketball.
because that's what we're all
You cannot-
about.
It is not
The guys are having a face-off,
na the
making sure
See,
I score.
it's
And
much-
the team
it's-
with the
it's
highest
much
number of
easier.
goals
It is
in a
much
particular
easier.
game
Listen,
It is
wins.
much easier to choose
And that's why it's always
somebody
going
who
to
is
favor
better in
attackers.
basketball, in athletics, in some other sport, yeah? But is it
Individual
football?
award in
Yes.
football, we always favor attackers.
Of course, we know that already.
It will not always.
It will always.
It will not always. If it was a favor, Rodri will not win. Carvalho
No,
will
no,
have won.
no, this-
Rodri will win this time. It will not always favor.
No, this, no.
And that's the point. we're trying to
Rodri's
make.
own
It's
is very
shifting.
obvious. No,
No,
Rodri's own
it
is
is
very
shifting.
obvious.
If it will always favor, Rodri should not be there. Then and
Tell
nobody's
me,
mentioning Lautaro.
wait,
Nobody's mentioning Lautaro.
Yeah, because-
That's to let you know that people are now thinking.
Let me now tell you,
differently.
if-
for the fact that Rodri is up there now, they're thinking differently.
you know,
Lautaro Martinez, I say Lautaro, what's his name? Martinez, Emiliano. People, all these people now, they are coming up. People are seeing what this will do even more.
impact. But you know, if
My point is that
if
if
a
it was
Rodri,
this thing-
what's his name, Vinicius had a very good Copa America,
Forget, Baba. Even if what are we? Rodri has come up. He had a good season alone. People don't they win this thing without winning titles. They take it individually. When Messi won 2010, what did he win?
He won.
He won nothing. What did he? What because
When
why?
it comes to
it was all
voting-
hype at that time. He won
when
nothing.
when it comes to voting,
He won nothing.
I leave it to bias.
But my point is that
That's
as
the
it points now here, Rodri will come up and we'll start seeing people like that and understand that football, almost every other person did. But well, that was a good discourse there as we go. The phone lines will open after this very short break. We'll be talking about that. So somebody mentioned Victor Osimhen. Yes, we're moving to transfer. We're looking at transfer window. And then we'll also look at Olympics and Nigeria's chances at the Olympics after this time out.
Argentina, champions of the world!
All right, welcome back. So, guys, let's get to the transfer window. And, of course, we're going to start with the very first one. Somebody just asked the question. Yeah, please, any update on Victor Osimhen transfer to PSG? Please, is the move to PSG an upgrade or downgrade? Damn me from away.
Why would you say downgrade?
Why is it
I don't understand, because
an upgrade?
you get to win the league as many as you want. It's PSG. And PSG themselves, at least they are guaranteed the quarter-final place.
France are no longer in top 5.
Yes, but regardless, we know.
By coefficient, they know they top 5 again.
Coefficient might say otherwise. But when you
they know they top 5 by coefficient.
Of course, I know.
So
but,
legally, they know they top 5.
But then go shall finish for quarter. I mean, at least they get quarter-final. I think Osimhen is guaranteed goals if he goes to PSG.
So that, but he's saying that, is it, so it's
an upgrade. He could, if he does well, he could win.
We're doing Napoli at PSG. In terms of UEFA rankings, PSG is ahead of Napoli.
In recent years.
So they won the league many times, and then it's going to be with more quality players compared to what he has. With Antonio Conte, they are more like rebuilding. We know where they finished last season. And then he's going back to a familiar ground in court because he was in Lille, and that's where he made all the names and all of that before he comes into Italy. So Napoli, PSG are not on the same pedestal. And he actually does need this move because Antonio Conte has said this. It's not in his
plan.
No.
It was
so
because of what
if he decides to stay.
It was because of what Laurenti said.
We cannot say that was it. Let me tell you. If wherever say Victor Osimhen, well, simply as I say they want to go on a new coach enter and they stay back.
No.
It has happened.
No,
many times.
Victor Osimhen has made it clear he wants to leave.
And
he could have left last season.
PSG was not his ideal.
Yes, definitely not. Definitely.
Of course, those ones could not. Number one, they could not pay his fee.
The Chelsea and Arsenal are not coming in.
They could not pay his fee, and because of some rants.
Nobody is going to even pay that money. PSG is not paying that money.
The money and the indiscipline.
PSG is not paying that clause. So I want 30 million euros. PSG is not paying that.
No, they are paying 100 actually.
Let's even leave the rant. Victor Osimhen, as it is, so is he at the level of 130 million? He has only had one
injuries
Injuries
derailed last season. But despite the injuries, he still had a wonderful campaign.
He was the top scorer last season. I think he scored 16 goals in total. So
in the league.
Only one season he has never scored above 20.
But
season before.
he could have scored more last season. Injuries
Baba,
happened.
Injuries happen to everybody.
No,
Timber
this one
didn't play
different.
the
No,
whole
no, 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 no. That one.
Alan
No.
was out for 2 months.
Alan was out for 2 months. I still was.
But in a Napoli squad that was bad, in a Napoli squad that was bad.
Somebody said
Even the Varaskelia, what did you call
somebody
him?
said something about
What did you do?
Somebody said something about Lamine Yamal and said, "Oh, this guy has so much potential. If injuries occur," I said, "What do you mean by if?" Were we not talking the same about Pedri? Every injuries.
Look at what happened to Fati.
It is
Fati.
integral. When I say integral, it is an integral. The reason why people are talking about Messi and Ronaldo, and why I would say I might tend to the argument, is because of how much they tried to keep themselves from their diets to everything to avoid injury as much as possible. They still those are the least injured players, but they still have their own share.
The nutrition and
of injuries
in terms of when you need to sleep, when you exercise.
See Dembele, they tell Dembele make him go play PS4. Say make him go sleep.
They play PS4 after training.
He play PS4. I don't understand that what you do in the gym is basically 10%. I'm telling you.
All these ice baits,
you see sleep.
they matter. Your
That
ice
thing
baits
alone.
calming your nerves.
Because why? When you are see that recovery after a match,
And
important.
the diet as well. What
after a match, what you go and do after the match.
The chop burger,
So
you
players
turn.
with a lot
See Hazard now.
players that takes a lot of alcohol, players that because this actually do affect
That's what
you.
killed the
Like, you
Brazilians.
take
Look at
soda a lot
Ronaldo.
as well. So
What's
it's,
in Robinho too?
Look at Ronaldo. Look, the king himself.
Okay, Ronaldo. How about Ronaldo?
Ronaldo knows Ronaldo. Ronaldo, that's one. Him and Deco, when they come training ground for this thing, drunk. Why? What was the main reason why
They
Pep
faded
Guardiola
out
say,
very fast.
come out Messi, say you don't want
so
it.
the influence.
They go and they go come, they are drunk. Then they smell booze on top pitch.
When they are natural talent. Back.
So, it's that balance. So, Victor Osimhen, so we think it's an upgrade,
Yeah,
right?
it's an upgrade.
It is.
No,
And
no,
he's
we
playing
think he
against
should
one of the best minds in
playing with
coaching.
the best mind.
Luis Enrique is one of the coach I rate. So if Enrique is the one asking for him, despite having a Gonzalo Ramos and
No. Those ones are not even up to.
No, I'm saying
Nicolo
despite
Mani,
having the two guys,
and they just came in actually.
So,
He didn't use
no,
them
no.
last season. That's the funny thing.
he brought the two guys were there.
he brought
and then you're
them,
trying
yeah?
to bring in number 9. That means
Yes.
there's something you
Yes,
see.
there's
now,
something you see.
believe.
It's true.
And that's why I said
It's true.
it's good for him
And
going to
it's the same thing
PSG.
with fresh natural school. I tell you, that Marcus Thuram and Kolo Miranda Mwani, they're not rich. I feel that they're flag, they've not proved themselves.
Kolo is wasteful. It's wasteful.
Kolo and
He
Thuram.
does not have that positioning.
Kolo and Marcus, they've not proved themselves.
I don't rate Thuram.
haven't.
I don't rate
Gonzalo
Thuram, but
Ramos
I don't know how he ended up at
Had
the
a
time.
very good
They haven't.
World Cup at least.
But you keep on
2022.
And
So
then,
he's riding on that.
And that was how he got
Benfica.
into PSG. A lot of
From
money was
Braga.
paid for him.
All right.
And then,